Welcome to today's DDRx. The prescription is God will make a way. God will make a way. And Abraham said, my son, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering. So the two of them went together. This is an interesting story because Abraham told his son, Isaac, that they were going for a sacrifice. And the son was curious, just like an ordinary, a teenager, because teenagers nowadays, they ask questions. So Isaac asked Abraham, where's the lamb? And Abraham replied that God will make a way.
And God does make a way, because God will always come through at the nick of time. And that's exactly what we see in Abraham's testimony here. Of course, the teenager would ask questions. So teenagers have been asking questions for a long time. When the father gathered him up to take him to go offer to God a sacrifice, observing that the things that are needed were actually missing, he had to ask the father, where are the things that we're going to use? But see, sometimes it looks as if we're cornered. We are left alone. We are left empty-handed. But God the Bible tells us about him that he owns the cattle upon 1,000 hills. God cannot be left stranded. He will always make a way.
And it's also good to ask questions, because the disciples of Jesus, they learned actually a lot by asking him questions. When they couldn't pray, they asked him, how do we pray? When they couldn't raise the boy, that the father brought with epilepsy, they also asked Jesus what happened. And Jesus said, this kind goeth not except by prayer and fasting. So they knew the secret to his power. So we too can ask God questions. And don't feel guilty if questions are coming up to your mind. But you should know that God will make a way. And that's a statement of faith. And we should depend on him.
You're asking questions means you're trusting God, like you said, and depending on him to come through for you when help is required.
Have a great day.